Right. Morning, everybody. Hope you had a good day yesterday. That's gone. New day ahead. Let's give thanks to be here today and that we can face today and make the most of it. So today's, as I said, I'm doing these, sharing these experiences to hope that what I've been through and what I've learned so far and will learn can help other people, and the main aim is to live healthier, happier lives. And I believe health is a really key part of living that happier life. And when we talk about health, we're trying to talk, at least from my opinion and my experience in life has taught me so far, that mind and body health, and they're intrinsically or extrinsically linked, which is something that I disregarded. Just a quick brief about myself. 10, 20 so 30 years in very high pressured corporate life. Made good money, which was one of the things that being in a capitalist society we measure by. Obviously, subconsciously we're born into that, so there's nothing we can do. But I pursued that goal, and I didn't listen to my body. I didn't listen to my mind a lot of the time. I just pushed, target, to-do lists for today, the week, the month, the quarter, the year, observation, revaluation. It was, I felt good progress, but I was, anyway. Fast forward, had to quit that recently because my health just got slightly worse and worse. And I'm talking people that experience this could be gut health, could be like IBS, acid reflux, GERD, Crohn's disease, all these types of intolerance to gluten or dairy, suddenly it develops in you. All these things, I believe, is a sign that the mind-body balance is out. As we get older, our flows and our strength, we can see that physically. We know our strength gets worse. And with that, I believe, is our flow, our circulation, our chi, whatever we want to, prana, whatever we want to call it, that can get lessened, and hence health conditions can start to rise. Some of that, I think, has a predisposition, the nature-nurture DNA versus environment. They both play a fact. I think science can show that. So anyway, I've gone through 5 years, and I'm going to keep going where I've been listening and learning and trying. And I'm very much a pragmatist. I will take anything and I will try it for a while. I will see if it improves things. It's not the easiest way of life, and I think I encourage you guys, the journey isn't sometimes easy, but that's part of the challenge, and challenges are good now. Let's not look at them as negative, let's not ignore them, avoid them, be aggressive with them. All those things are defense. All those things are not really listening and flowing. So anyway, without further ado, today's routine, my purpose is to share these things I've been through, and as I get back to health, I hope that this might help you. I'm also very interested you guys to share with me what systems or things you found help in any scenario. And when I say gut health, we could be talking anxiety, we could be talking headaches. There's a range, it's very early in the morning, a wide range of issues that can form depending on your DNA, your experiences, your life, which makes humans very interesting but also very complicated. And I think that's generally, unfortunately, where the doctors tend to work as mechanics. They follow workflows, and as a guy called Dr. Chowdhury's quite interesting podcast, they often measure the wrong things when it comes to helping people. So again, advice, I'm just a generalist, I'm just a normal guy that's just been through experiences and spent time reading, listening, as I selfishly try to improve my health. And I wanted to one day thought, why don't I try and share this? Why don't we like-minded people going through the same? And let's get together and let's try to solve this, because I found that a doctor, a nutritionist, none of these people, they can help teach you things, but they don't solve these type of issues. They improve them maybe, and again they give guideposts, but I think ultimately we have the responsibility, each and one of us. And it's not easy. That means dedicating time to your mind or your brain, your mind, your body. I make a distinguish between mind and brain, because you have organs, the brain, the lung, the plum. So the stomach breaks down food. The liver and pancreas produce enzymes that help process that food, store energy, and all of the other brilliant things they do. So the brain, what's it do? Well, we know it's got neurons, it memorizes, it thinks. So the thinking is the brain, and I like to distinguish from the mind, because I feel the mind is something more than that. That's your intuition, it's where it all comes, I think, together. And it sometimes it's where we get out of balance with the thinking, particularly, again, depending on people. So anyway, guys, if you do have any of these issues, obviously you should see professionals like doctors, nutritionists are worth going to see, and also for us, your life will guide you if you follow it to the right places. Sometimes means making difficult decisions. It sometimes means investing time, money into your health, yourself. Maybe listening to others, maybe not listening to others. Again, everyone's life is different. This is why you need to get back to who you are yourself, like that childlike state. I felt a long time ago, even when I was very young at uni, that I lost something that I had as a child. And I think as I've gone in life, like a ship that's gone off course, that has gone wider in some respects. I've achieved things on the other side that I didn't have as a kid, which I've been proud of, but at the same time I've let other things go. So this is alignment. Further ado, I've spent too much time talking. Today we're going to do a bit of what I call channeling. That means bringing energy in, getting rid of bad energies, and we need a framework in life energy. And so I'm going to use a slight Chinese one for this, just because it's a framework. Doesn't mean I think it's the all and everything. What I need is a framework that I can focus my energy. Some people say life is focus and energy, and that's about it. Into certain things, getting the mind to focus in certain areas. So that's what I'm going to use this framework for. You could use any. I think they're all good. I think once we start saying this is the system and this is not, we start to, well, when you say this is good, you're going to say something else is bad, right? By the default, if something's good, something has to be bad, because we like to compare things. And I'm trying not to do that as much as one can. So anyway, without further ado, let's just get the blood going and the chi or whatever moving, right? So, just up and down, knees, ankles. While we warm up, prelude, precursor, prereq, I don't know, it's not prereq. So before all this, just as I'm sharing now, I try to balance, we should also have our private moments. So what I've done, usually in the morning, is when I wake up, the first thing to get the mind in the right mood. Like, we can do lots of stuff with our body, and we should do more probably, because we sit a lot of us, not all of us. You could be an outdoors worker, which is probably great for your body. Got to get the mind in the right place. So getting the mind in the right place, I tend to find works for me, might be worth a try, is 5 things, 3 things, 1 thing you're grateful for. If it comes easily, that's good. Keep working on it. If it doesn't, maybe that's a sign that that's something that's slightly weak, like a weak muscle. What do you do when you have a weak muscle? Well, you could do nothing and let it get weaker, or you can go to the gym and start working it out. And slowly over time, with consistency, which is really important, in anything you want to build, Rome wasn't built in a day, it's consistency. These are things that I've realized in the last year or two. It's not the outcome. I've been lived in a world that's all about outcomes. And everything was a pain. By the way, I didn't have much patience either, still probably don't. And so all these tasks I had to do to get to the goal, and put them on a spreadsheet and monitor them, and people I needed help with to achieve these things, they were slight frustrations, things I had to do that got in the way of where I wanted to get to, right? And there was a big mistake I realised in my life. It's not about reaching the goal, because when I reached the goal, was I really happy? No. Because guess what? There was other goals. And I was too busy preparing the next goal. So what's the point if you took a stand back as someone who's always looking at the future, always getting impatient, wanting to get there, and when he gets there, he doesn't even realise he's got there because he's on the next thing? If you have that issue, think about it. That's something you really should spend some time thinking about. That does take balance out. So, with that, it's the path, it's the doing, it's all those little tasks. That is the point. They're the things that you should try to live in the now and savour and learn from. It's frustrating because that means we've got challenges, that means we'll make mistakes, maybe every day, multiple times. But through mistakes we learn. Or we don't, we ignore them. But we should, right? That's the whole point of all these things. So hiding from things means that we're not going to have as many challenges, which means we're not going to learn as much, which means we're not going to grow. So that as a strategy is probably not a good strategy. So what are you hiding from? What are you denying, shoving away for another day? Maybe it's time to start looking at those challenges and going into them. And try not to judge. That's another thing that I really keep telling myself every day. When I have thoughts, some that are scary, some happy, just try not to judge them. They're just thoughts. They just come from the brain. The brain's job is to think and protect you. This is one of the feelings. And it will think. And it will think many things. But that's not you. It's just, do you call yourself your stomach? No. By the way, I'm just warming up, so some of these warm-ups you may want to follow. You don't say you're your stomach. You don't say you're your lungs. Oh, I'm breathing. Oh, that's me. No. But we do get attached to our thoughts. Rather than thinking, well, the stomach breaks through down, it does a job. It's part of me, but it's not me. So when my stomach is overexcited or lethargic or something like that, oh, you will feel it, and it will affect your thinking, because they're all interlinked. Don't tell me you if you've overeaten, that doesn't sometimes affect your thinking, your body. It does. So the thinking is an organ, the brain. It thinks, and that's its job. So I think as a Western society, and a lot of people say Descartes and think people like that took us down that route, we have to separate that a little bit, just a little bit. Give it some comfort. And observation and awareness, I think, is, at least for me, helps. Side note, what I'm trying to do now in my day is have sessions, and I've thought about this. It's like prayer. People who pray, especially if we look at, there's some religions that are more, structured. And I talked about structure earlier. It's very important. If you want to build something, you've got to have structure, right? Otherwise it's kind of chaotic, and you may build it, but it probably won't look quite what you wanted at the end of the day. So if we take like maybe the Muslim religion, they may pray 5 times a day. That is a really good way to build a habit. We know habits, the more you do them over a period of time, builds a habit. That means it becomes easier. Well, 5 times a day is a certain way to reinforce in that muscle those neural pathways. The more we do it, it builds those neural pathways like a muscle. So one of the things I'm trying to learn, and I'm really bad at this at the moment, is I do all this in the morning, but what about, but then I go through the whole day, and I wonder why when I get to the end of the day, I'm tired, I'm knackered, I've overeaten, or I've taken too much, maybe it's alcohol, maybe it's caffeine, whatever. because we let that centre go, because during the day we're busy doing lots of things. So one of the things that I'd like people to, it's like, how often during the day do you take just that time out to just rebalance, take a check, like baseline, where am I, where's my mind, where's my emotions, how am I feeling, how's my body? I think we should be doing that more, and that's one of the things that I'm going to try to focus on, is building that in. And there's habits, there's some good books around that. They say one of the easy ways to build a new habit is to tag it onto an old habit. So what's an old habit? Lunch, dinner, breakfast. There's some simple, real staple ones. Maybe if you do prayer, that's one too. So put the new habit before or after the old habit. Maybe it becomes easier to remember, or set your phone up. One of the things I tend to do is, bad short-term memory, is set timers on my phone to do something. Then it will ring and it will remind me, and if it's the wrong time, I will reset the timer to a better time that I'm free. So anyway, without ado, let's do some channeling. So what we're just going to do is we're just going to spend some time with the body and the mind and do an exercise to coordinate the two together, essentially. And if you do that enough, you'll build those habits, and obviously part of that's through emotion. So we're using a structure, the 5 elements, and again, please go look into the 5 elements yourself. I will not know everything. I know very little about it, to be honest. I've listened, I've read a few things, and I've made my interpretation. Doesn't mean it's right, that's just my lens of the world. So please, if it is of interest, go look at the 5 elements on the health side. Have a look at what organ, what colour associates, what emotional characteristic is associated with that. So we've just warmed up. I suggest we're gonna start with the lung, which is, put into the health side of things, your immune system. I don't know why we hold these here, but we do sort of a circle. What we're going to do is, as we breathe in, we're going to breathe in white, glorious, and this is where your imagination, you know, white, glorious, healing energy, imagine immune system, and it's lungs and large intestines that it affects. So you may want to visualize or feel that good energy coming from around you, because I like to call this channeling. So that means we've got air, right? Without air we're dead, so we already channeled something, air. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use our mind to use a colour, white, glorious white, healthy white, healing white. You let your mind tell you what will build that picture. I had the window open to get fresh air. It's always good to get fresh oxygen, that obviously helps. And we're going to bring that in to the lungs and the intestines. Up to you if you want to do them both at the same time or focus on one. Let your body tell you as you do this. So breathe in, it comes in. Breathe out, feel all the crap go out of you. Now this is clearing. Let's have some music. By the way, I've started doing these, my intuition said start doing this. I don't know, good idea, bad idea, time will tell. So I'll try to make these get better. Maybe I should have some water trickling. Water's always good. Flow. White energy coming into your lungs, your big intestines, renewing new day, new hope. It's new, it's full of energy. As we breathe out, all the bad stuff going out from yesterday worries, tomorrow's worries, yesterday's issues, whatever. Try to open your hips, so hips and the hip joint. Try to, as you breathe in, you might want to also try to, as you're doing this, just relax the body, maybe just relax that out, like you could be stiff like this. Years of regimental stuff, where you can slowly let the lower back relax, the butt come out a bit, because you want to get that curve in the back here. Open the hips up. Let the knees drop a bit, ankles open, push the big toes into the ground a little bit to get grounding. If you're getting flat-footed, so you're losing the arch here, you might want to start to feel the big toe, bring it in, down a little bit to create that strength in the root. Right, take the hands down here, just balance. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put our hands like this, cup it. We're going to channel good energy in. So we've cleared, all the crap. You might want to breathe out longer to get rid of that CO2 from sleeping, and depending on your digestion, me myself, I ate something slightly kilted that caused me a lot of gas last night, and it ended up rising. And I get like areas of not blockages, clear them. So I get the reflux in here, blocks into the lungs. So this is a good, if you have overeaten or you weak digestion or whatever, overstimulated, also both do that, clearing it. Really feel those lungs open. Really feel all those toxins leaving. Oh, I've got a whole new day. Push all of yesterday and all the things that happened yesterday out. Yesterday's gone. It's gone forever. Never coming back. Don't have to worry about it. When I open the curtain here, so as the sun starts to come up in a while, which will come up quicker at the end of the month because the clocks will change. If you like using sound, you may want to find a sound than just the air coming out. A shh sometimes helps with the lungs. Some people say. The om is obviously the apparently it's actually but when you shut your mouth and put things in the roof, it goes to sounding like I wouldn't put too much, just feel and just, it's not, don't think too much, just feel that, spend time feeling the vibration, and again, linking the brain to the body. What are you trying to achieve? I'm trying to clear my lung, right? I'm going to use whatever sound. I'm going to go with shh, but you can use it. Black, toxin, whatever your mind wants to give it, label it, see it, push it out on the outlet. Right, I've spent too much time. My brain is saying I've spent too much time doing this. I'm going to put it to the side. I'm just going to do what we do at Sunday, for God's sake. Right, now we're going to just channel. So you can do horse stance. This helps bring, just again, listen to your body. If you feel your knees, back, joints, ankle, calf, wherever it's starting to ache, maybe you want to stop, or maybe you want to bring your legs closer together, or bring yourself up a little bit to rest that area, or if it's like one side, you could maybe go to the other side, so put all your weight into the opposite leg. If this knee, for instance, if the left knee is giving you a problem, go onto the right side. There's different things you can do to still try to do what we're trying to do right now. But remember, like in a gym, if you need to build a muscle strength, you have to, or stretch further, you have to push it a little bit. But again, I would advise you to discretion, don't over push yourself. If you don't know, then this is what you need to do more of to learn your body. And through experiences that could sometimes over push it and you create an injury. I've been there, but that teaches me something. It teaches me sometimes life shit just happens, and you just gotta let it go and don't overthink it. So, it goes just like a horse stance. This builds, horse stance is the athletes and Tai Chi, monks, whatever, they all use this to build stamina. I guess because your legs, right? Legs and the dantian they talk about here, below the navel. Is it 2 inches, 3 inches, 1 inch? Who knows? You'll figure. You just gotta, again, don't overthink it. Just sit there, bring the mind and the body together. That's the exercise. Focus and time builds things. Right, it's this one. We're holding our guts. Remember the big intestine? We're holding that comfortably. We're giving it love. And as we breathe in, all that energy coming in and filling it up. You might want to think of just pour, like a cup pouring into you, just filling up like a vessel, canister, whatever. My inner knee there is just, there's a saying, I don't know, for whatever reason, maybe as I slept on it, blood flow, maybe this. Try to relax. Do that however long you want. I'm done with that because I know where I need to work on some other things, so I'm going to move on with time as well. Then the final thing with the lung is, as we breathe, we're going to bring our hands up. Twist. Again, you will feel a stretch in your chest and here. Take it to where you feel is right for you. As we breathe in, we're the energy coming in. As we breathe out, we're circulating it. So then we've done the clearing, we've done the building, and now we need to circulate the chi. Try to use this slightly like a meditation, so as you breathe in, really try to stay with that picture of whatever you want, visualization, that energy coming in, but just keep doing it all the way. Don't start doing it and then your mind go, or be aware if your mind has gone. And clearing. Let's say I ate bad and I had I had some reflux last night, so I'll be a bit of clearing. Useful to take some water with you in the morning when you wake up. You know, you've dehydrated overnight, says the scientists. So maybe drinking half a litre or something in the morning is not a bad thing. Maybe visualizing the water cleaning, circulating through your body. Let me get the map ready. I don't know why I just thought I would. So, if while doing this you feel a tension or blockage or something like that, just be aware of it, maybe move into it. So when I was doing that, behind my left lung, about here, I feel blockage, I feel tension, something to be aware of and move with it. So sometimes if you feel the back of your body, like you want a backstroke is probably the best thing to say. You're kind of doing a backstroke, and as you do that though, you know, you're gonna slightly twist your body more. And what I'm doing is I'm working those back muscles, shoulder blades, to try to massage my spine and the back of my lungs, because there's areas deep in your lungs that you may not breathe into. Very shallow breathing. Right. Now onto the kidney. This is water. So this, if you have a lot of fear, could be too much, not enough flow, too much stuck in your kidney. It also, I mean, I think they all affect your digestion. It can also affect your chi flow, strength. Potentially, if you don't have enough stomach acid, your kidneys could be part of that solution, maybe not flowing enough, strong enough. So, jump up and down a bit more. So you know we did the one where I was bouncing earlier. I was doing a less vigorous one. This is the kind of one that you really want to get to. But again, I want to take it slow in case you've if you've got ankle issues, Achilles, heel issues. You may want to warm up your calves first before doing this. Right. Hand behind the back on the kidney. Below you is the most. It's the elixir of life, imagine, the holy grail where the water came to give you endless life or whatever, healing, just give you whatever feels to you like good. So come down, bend down, scoop it up, twist your body 45 degrees, and as you breathe out, twist your hand on top and let the water flow down the back of your body, past your kidneys, taking all the rubbish out of the kidneys down the back of your feet into the ground and away. So do a few of those. You feel the blocks, just think water flowing, a stream of rubbish. Like if you saw a stream with twigs and rubbish in it, it's just pushing it out, cleaning it. Fear, pushing fear out of your body from your kidney. So we should do the other for balance. So have two kidneys. Bend the knees as much as you can go, or you feel right. Try to keep the back straight if you do. I was bending my back a bit too much. Again, you want to continue like a meditation, focus on this. Picking the water up, letting it out the whole time. Like a meditation, be aware of other thoughts interrupting you and let them go. Be kind on yourself though. Don't get upset if you keep getting distracted. That's fine, it's part of the journey, it's part of the training. Each time you catch yourself aware that that's you getting stronger, that's you doing another rep in the gym, or another step in the run that you were doing. It's on the way to a healthy mind, a stronger mind. Congratulate that you figured, you realised you were distracted. That's the part that came to you and told you you're distracted. You want to be loving and caring towards it and say, thank you, please do this more. This is great. Don't let it be a frustration. Now we're scooping under and drawing from our feet. We're drawing nice, warm, blue, rich energy all the way up out. So bend the knees, keep the back straight, scoop the water, and feel it go through your feet into your body. Your body's just filling full of water everywhere. It's easing, opening. Boiling some fresh ginger. It's always a good thing to wake up the digestion, maybe with ginger, maybe a bit of lemon. Again, everyone's different. You might want to experiment it. You might also depends on what you've been eating the last couple of days, what you've been feeling, stress, happiness, all those things can affect the state of your body at the time and what potentially you need or don't need. We forgot to actually take energy in for this one, which should have been the second step. So, sorry. If you do want to take energy, it doesn't really matter. As long as you do stuff, it's again getting the mind and the body to sync. Focus and energy is what builds things. Basically, you put your hands, turn them around by the kidneys. And what we're doing is we're just thinking, drawing water into the body, nice blue, deep blue, filling areas of dry or stillness, like dry soil that's cracked. You're just filling that up and revitalizing it, softening it. Just feel that in areas maybe in your body where things are a bit dry, they need nourishment. Spine is regenerating, refilling. I'd advise, wrap up for the weather, but I'd advise also to probably either before or after eating that you go for a walk in the morning, get the blood going, but get some proper nice oxygen earlier the better, before obviously cars are driven, lots of people, and that started, the day's gone on, the energy's waning a bit. Right, I'm gonna stop that. There's 3 others, but I'm not gonna do them now because I feel that I really need to get on with some stretching, and I'm looking at the time. And my body's just saying, I want to do this. So I'm just going to go into some stretches. You can follow me if you want, or you can do what stretches that you like to do in the morning. This usually focuses a little more on the spine and back, lower and upper back, mobilizing, getting flow there. In fact, I know what we need. The sun is starting to rise. We don't want to fall asleep listening to music that's too chill. Let's pick up the tempo a little bit as the sun is coming up. The body should be awakening. Unless obviously you're ill or there's something your body's telling you it wants to recharge. But put something a little bit more bright and cheerful on there. So we're breathing in through those, feel those tight areas. Breathe in, hold a second, and then breathe out and widen, loosen. Legs are in line with your hips, not straight out, tucking in, get to the right place. Relax your shoulders, shoulder blades. the other hip. As you lift it, bring the hip towards you a little bit to where basically opening the brain is half asleep today. Arms out in a prayer like working. And then look to improve it. Do an extra second, two, whatever your body tells you the next day, or the day after if you want to give yourself a recovery day. As you get older, you may want to put recovery days in more than when you're younger. Generally fine, seems to be 3 sets. If you're looking to build something, so you do your plank 10, 20, whatever, 30, 40, 50, 60, 1 minute, whatever you like to do. Break, do something else, or take a break, and then come back to it, do it 3 times. Now, what we do one side we should try to balance by doing it the other. So we've done the front plank, so we kind of want to do a back plank. And I found this helps with stopping me getting back pain or back, putting my back out. This one, which I think is low exposed, but that's just the name. It's doing this. So what we're doing now is we're using our back muscles, lower, upper. Bring your chin in, stretch out the spine. If you eat bad at night, you can find sometimes your body's a lot stiffer. Generally try not to eat too late or don't eat too heavy for dinner. Again, people are different DNA. I try to go with breakfast like a king. That old saying, right? Breakfast like a king, lunch like a queen, and dinner like a pauper. And if you have digestional issues, too much, too little, or missing a gallbladder or something like that, they recommend smaller meals. So you don't overtax your things, so maybe you want to have 4 or 5 meals a day, which can be a bit of a pain. And again, your body will survive if you miss a meal or two, don't worry about it. You can always get it tomorrow. Maybe look at what you eat, look at your balance between carbs, fibre, protein. Work out, and I definitely think diet's different depending on people's DNAs and environments they're brought up in. If you haven't experimented with your food, maybe that's an area you should start to. A lot of people out there, a lot of advice of different diets you could try. And you haven't tried a diet, how do you know that could be the best diet for you? Never tried it, you don't know, so you shouldn't really make a judgment against any diet until you've tried it. But then that means you have to take responsibility, that means you have to make effort, and you may have to go through something you don't know, that makes you uncomfortable. But that is how we learn. And you may find that there's actually a better diet out there that would really improve your energy, really improve your health. haven't tried. Giving my back a little bit of tap, a little bit of wake up. Do another plank thing. I will probably in a minute. I just feel something that I would like to try to relieve and work on first. So back in. So an arrow sort of near where you've got your feet out here, your knees in there. Breathe into your lower back. Your hips, your back, your pelvis, your bottom, your hip joint, maybe up to the knees and back down again, maybe in your pelvis, those two little nodular bony bits that stick out of the back, move around that, let the pelvis go loose. Backwards, you've got all these little discs, right? There's these little bones with little discs in the middle with liquid, fluid, muscle, encapsulated, nerves. As you breathe in, you really want to open all that up, right? Give your nerves some space in case they've been squashed or slightly inflamed. Give your muscles some oxygen. Maybe they got tight because you lied on the bed certain area. Now, you might want to breathe up from the bottom of the spine all the way to the top of the head. Feeling each of those vertebrae open, like being stretched open. Ooh. The top, between my shoulder blades, that part of the spine, I can feel that's tight. Maybe you want to breathe in there. That breathing, what you can do is rock forward your head to open it up a bit. And as you breathe it down, vertebra by vertebra, settle it down back on the road. Opening the back, lower back further. Feel tension around the shoulders, in the armpit. Alternating, pushing this leg out, this leg down. Just working that hip muscles. Activating them, waking them up. The sun is up, fantastic days ahead of us. Yes! Can't wait. Give me 20. Bring that back in. This ankle over to the hip. If you feel a pull in the knee, just take it easy, breathe into the knee, relax the knee out. Maybe straighten it back up, and back again. Grabbing the knee, we're going to take it to our shoulder. So it's going to open up the back more, stretching across the. Alright, I've just got hold injury in the wrist. It's just that knee over to the shoulder. Try to keep the pelvis, the two little bones on the floor. waking the tum-tum up. I mean, it's been kind of pushed against, stretched a bit already. If you've got any areas that you can feel, you can do this to wake it up in circles, clockwise motion. And then very lightly you can tap around, see if you can feel any bubbles of gas, like bits that stick out, feel a bit harder than other parts of the body. There's obviously bits in your intestine there, so while it all looks really soft here for me, but there, it's kind of hard and lumpy, so kind of give you an indication of maybe where there's food sitting in your guts right now. And depending on where they are, should they be there or should they be moving a little bit more? Right. We're gonna work that a little bit. Let's get one more. It's probably gonna fall asleep on the back or something. No, we're gonna wake my guts up. I've got my ginger and lemon in there. God, that ginger cooked quite a while. Obviously, the longer you cook the ginger, the more colour, the darker colour it comes, the stronger it is. That's probably a little on the strong side there today. Because I had it going and I set an alarm, but I normally have my phone, it tings. Computer doesn't ting, but then I remember myself. Or maybe that was meant to happen. Well, that's going to wake the guts. Ginger, if you do or don't know, it's good for inflammation. So if you get gut inflammation or you get joint inflammation, good thing to have. What dose? You have to experiment to figure it out. Some people say lemon, bit of lemon in there too is good. It wakes up the liver, helps clean it. Olive oils. Another thing people like to drink in the morning, good for waking the liver up, but it's also got a lot of polyphenols, anti-inflammation. You'll feel that at the back of your throat. It's good olive oil. The more you get that, the better the olive oil, the more polyphenol that is, apparently. Some people believe even a bit of dark chocolate, and there's 85% plus, 85, 90, because you don't want the sugar. That's not good for inflammation. So the one's not all terrible, but dark chocolate's good. It's much better tasting, I would say, than stuff that's got all the milk fats in and that. I mean, yeah, when you eat that stuff and it's really sweet, you go, and then get the sugar hit. But what I'm talking about is taste, not the feeling. So there's maybe a distinguish between actually tasting good stuff and the effect of the compounds in it. Another thing people like to talk about is apple cider vinegar. If you haven't heard of it, definitely worth a look, worth a try. You can dose it, start off small maybe, teeny bit mixed with water, go up, but a lot of people swear for good, the liver, the waking up, the body. Some people say that if you get reflux, it's because you don't have enough acid. Apple cider vinegar sure will help if that's the problem. If you get bloated, you feel trapped gas, apple cider have to go on those journeys, we have to try those things and listen to the body. Sometimes you make a judgment and then later, months later, you come back to it for whatever reason and you try again and you confirm it's the right judgment. Sometimes you realise it's wrong, or sometimes you go, hey, it's different now. Why is it different now? And this is part of the learning. It's like, well, why is it different? What else has changed? It's frustrating, but I think that's all part of the healing process. It's really getting to understand your body, and that includes exercise, but also what you eat, and also different times of day, and how you eat, how much you eat, when you eat, when you combine together. It's really, really quite a lot to it, and a lot of us get just too much faff and you just give up. But again, who is the person that lives with this at the end of the day? If you have these vicious cycles, then maybe you need to take responsibility and time and effort to go into that and sort it for yourself. for your time today. I don't put my glasses properly over here. That's going to be it today. I'm going to do some calisthenics now to get the body going. It's kind of woken enough, so I'm going to do some squats, your legs. I'm going to do some back crawls. Hanging, by the way, is brilliant for stretching the spine out, back issues, everything. I mean, apparently from monkeys, they hang a lot. With probably part of us maybe slightly designed like that, but we don't. and we have very weak grip strength and all sorts of things because of it. So if you do have a hanging bar, I'd recommend hanging. Try not to increase it to maybe a minute or two to build that strength, build the alignment, let gravity, you're always squashing the heavy weight of your head and shoulders, squashing your guts. Usually bad posture because the computer bent over. When you hang, it pulls you out and puts your posture perfect. You don't even have to worry about it. So hanging is brilliant. I would recommend hanging to everybody, and we should do it. Or everyone should have a hang bar, or if you don't, you can get a table or 2 chairs. Put 2 chairs side like this, grip the back of the chairs. Legs out, grip the back of the chairs, and pull yourself up. That will do your back. It won't stretch out like the hang. Unfortunately, there's nothing you can do but hangs from a tree, or a branch, or somewhere. But it's certainly, if you don't, probably worth doing. Anyway, thank you for your day. I'm going to do that. It's Sunday, so there's no rush. And then I would like to do some breath work, particularly stomach pumping, to get the digestion going, get the fire heated up. If we do that, we'll make time for a video on that another time. Alright, thank you, have a good day. The day's just started, the energy is young and vibrant. Get in tune with it, feel that energy outside. It's fresh air. Today people haven't breathed too much CO2 out, they've been in the houses, the cars haven't been producing all the gas. It's fresh out there. The lights come in, the photosynthesis is starting. It's the best time to go get some fresh air. Just feel that energy. If you don't feel that vibrant morning start of the day, hope, love, then you need to get that balance back. Because that's how kids feel in the morning when they wake up, right? Because they're in a natural state. They don't let the thoughts, they don't have all these silly visions and stuff that we believe we need. That send us focusing on places in life and lose that being. So please go and enjoy that day, go and enjoy that moment. And if you are a busy person, then maybe you need to get up earlier to have time for yourself, because ultimately it's you and your body. If your body and you have problems, people may self-pour you, but they don't carry that, only you do. And if that ends up causing you one day to die, when you're dead, people are going to carry on and do their thing, right? And they might go, oh, Paul Jones wasn't he a nice guy? Yeah, that's about it, you forgot. It's you that's going to suffer, so please look after yourself, get in tune with the nature, enjoy the happiness and the vibrant of the morning. In the evening, the calm and chill. Like, should we be getting too excited late in the evening? Probably not. You're going to be stirring all sorts of emotions or hormones in your body. Every time we release a hormone, endorphins, cortisol, whatever we want to do, we only have a fat amount of it, right? The gallbladder is a sac. There's only a certain amount of bile when it comes out, just the same as cortisol. Once that's released, it needs to be replenished. And the process of replenishment has chemical reactions that need things to do that. So when you do that, you expel energy that needs to be refilled. If you've had a whole day of expelling energy doing stuff, ultimately you should get energy back from breathing and eating. But as the day goes on, we all get tired, right? Our brain needs to rest and defrag. Then why at the end of the day would you expel so much energy when you don't have as much? You should be doing it maybe earlier in the day. So again, just try to live a bit more close to nature and those life rhythms. Anyway, have a great day.